So the big topic over the weekend was, of course, the Snow White photo leaks that dropped. Disney came out and tried to say that they were not real, and then quickly had to walk that back, and that was quite an embarrassing moment for them. They had to walk that back and say, well, they're just not official. They're not actual photos from the movie. They're more of like a production test, testing out costumes, which isn't any better because, well, if you pull up pictures of a Party City Snow White Halloween costume, it looks quite similar to what we see from the production photos or whatever you want to call them. They were quite real and very embarrassing, very, very embarrassing. These were not looked at in a favorable light. Only the most hardcore of hardcore Disney bots were out there defending it. And, of course, the media did run out and put in their favorite little taglines like, it's the far right laughing at them, bunch of racists laughing at them, sexists laughing at them. The usual lingo that we always see them use. They use it so much that the only people that buy it are far leftists. Most normal people are like, what the hell? How is everything possible racist? It seems to be only Disney stuff or Amazon stuff with what we saw with Rings of Power, which is still the funniest thing in the world to me because it ran against House of the Dragon and nobody was mad about that show. Maybe some small amount, but for the most part, everyone loved House of the Dragon. This ties in nicely with the saga that happened over the weekend where everyone was going after Peter Dinklage because this is completely his fault. He is the one that caused Disney to cast the 7 Portland hobos instead of 7 dwarves. That was completely on him, and I don't think he will ever live that down. I think it's going to haunt his entire career because, well, he's responsible for 6 of them not getting jobs. They did cast 1. And it just made him look foolish. Well, now, the star of Snow White has come out and given her 2 cents on the issue. She wants everyone to know how she's feeling about it. And this is Rachel Zegler, she, her, hers. I believe this is the official account. I mean, that's what everyone's reporting on. Got 226,000 followers. A couple of articles have covered it. So I'm going to assume this is her. She, her, hers. And she said, extremely appreciative of the love I feel from those defending me online, but please don't tag me in this nonsensical discourse about my casting. I really, truly do not want to see it. So I leave you with these photos. I hope every child knows they can be a princess no matter what. So I'm guessing these are pictures of her as a kid identifying with the original Snow White, which flies in the face of all of the arguments that people need to see themselves. Well, apparently she saw this Snow White and identified just fine with her. Doesn't that kind of defeat the entire argument they make about these kinds of things? Just saying. Just saying. So, to me, this is kind of an L because, well, I see that you liked Snow White back then. Huh, that's interesting. Kind of flies in the face of the argument. A lot of crazy shit going on, by the way, before we end this video. Ron Perlman, out there just being completely unhinged, made a Twitter rant. You know, the platform he said he was leaving. Well, he didn't leave. Saying he basically, Bob Iger, we know where you live, and it would be a shame if somebody burned his house down. Well, he's implying it. Kind of a bold move to say something like that. He's basically saying he's going to dox him. Here's the exact quote. We know who said that. Now, he's referring to the leaked story about the studio's plan on starving out the writers. They're going to wait them out until they almost lose everything. Says, we know who said that and where he effing lives. And advising the executive to be careful, mother effer, be really careful. There's a lot of ways to lose your house. You wish that on people. You wish that families starve while you make $27 effing million a year for creating nothing. Be careful, mother effer. Be really careful, because that's the kind of shit that stirs shit up. Peace out. Yeah, Ron Perlman making a lot of crazy Twitter videos lately. I think it's funny. He said he was leaving and he never left, number one. But if anything happens now, people will be looking at Ron Perlman for as causing that. Probably wasn't the best thing to release, Ron. Can't believe this guy played Clay Merrill on Sons of Anarchy. You know he's not a tough guy, Ron. It's all an act. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.